All right, what's up everybody? It's Simba here with Final Bout. We are here at Special Stage East. So we're in Summit Point, West Virginia at Summit Point Motorsports Park. We're about to start our East Coast event here. This one's gonna be very exciting. So the East Coast, they've been stepping it up so much over the last few years. We had so many teams. I think we have 80 cars, maybe more, that are coming out here. Got all sorts of new guys. These guys have been killing it with the changes and doing a lot with their cars. We have Karoshi, who did a full refresh. They missed out last year coming to Final Bouts, but they decided to come in this year, and they just did some crazy things. All sorts of details on their cars, which are really sick. We've got Front Street is coming back up. You know, they're really gunning for that win this year. So we got a lot of cool teams coming out on the East Coast. So we're super excited for this event. This is going to be probably the best East Coast event that we've had, and maybe one of our best special stages, just from what I can tell. So super excited to see what people are bringing out. We're doing the pistol grip reverse course, which is really sick, really cool entries. But yeah, come for the ride. Let's see how this goes, and let's see who ends up getting the win so that we can find out who comes to Final Bout 8. Because we just announced C's Garage is bringing out their cars and KSK from 86 Fighters, shipping their cars from New Zealand. So now everyone's even more hyped because a lot of people are big fans of those guys and they're waiting forward to coming out and driving with these guys. So yeah, let's check out and see what happens for Special Stage East and catch you guys in a bit. Stage East, as you can hear, the cars in the background has just kicked off. Runs have started, practice is going. We're super stoked for this event. There's 80 some odd cars here today, so we have a lot of drivers. Told them in the drivers meeting, this is probably our best Special Stage East event that we've ever had. Obviously you guys can see all these sick cars behind me. You know, check out a lot of the media, a lot of the footage. This video is gonna be sick. We're very excited for what's happening throughout the year. We just announced C's Garage, so they're gonna be driving Final Bout 8. So the way that this works, right? We do the car show portion, the judges are just about done, and then we take the car show points, and then we take the driving points, put them together, and that's how we decide who ends up at the top. Top 5 teams from this event are basically gonna get the invite to Final Bout 8. And yeah, let's see who ends up winning Special Stage East. I want to show you guys 2 of the main corners that we have here at what they call Pistol Grip Reverse. So we're running this reverse, which is sick, different from what we did last year, but this is the final corner, which to me is kind of like the main corner. So it's a very large big sweep, and it's really cool because you guys are going to see all the teams stack up. And honestly, this is where a lot of the judges have been like really making something come out. So this is where the judges are really paying attention to this corner right here. So you guys are gonna see in some of the footage, you're gonna see them going crazy here and really stacking up. I remember the year Front Street won when we were doing this layout. These guys were coming stacked up right through here, right in front of the crowd. All the spectators are gonna be over here. So definitely looking forward to seeing what happens on this particular corner when everybody's pushing out right to the final end. So yeah, this is the main corner for Pistol Grip Reverse. All right, now this is the entry. So we showed you first the main corner, which is the last corner, but this is the entry, and I don't know, personally, I love big entries. So this, you're coming down in, it's a little bit downhill, top of 3rd, and you could flick it right into this main corner, heading into this left, and then going in through the course. Now, spectators can't see it very much. Judges can see it from where they're at, but I don't know, this is my personal favorite. I got a chance to drive this in some other cars, and it's really where you can make or break the runs, right? So if you guys can all stack up on here on entry, then the rest of the run is gonna be nice and smooth sailing. But yeah, this is really cool. Definitely gonna be looking to see people driving this when we get to the point when the actual runs or the comp is over. And when people are just coming out here, just doing solo laps, going for some backies, going for some really ridiculous entries. So excited to see that. Definitely gonna show you guys some of that footage, but yeah. This is our main corner, corner 1, Pistol Grip Reverse, and then yeah, we'll see the rest of it goes. One thing we want to find out here, so we're at Special Stage East. I want to know, what is everybody's strategy going into Team Tandem? So we're gonna ask a couple drivers, see what they do and how they handle a team tandem situation. First of all, what's your name and what's your team?
I am Sam Cornwell and I drive for Team Smooth Brain.
All right, so what I really want to know is what's your strategy going into team tandem? I don't see your teammates here, but what is your strategy?
The main strategy is find your limits in practice without destroying, making the car undrivable. So find those limits and then we kind of dial it back, get a couple like test runs in or whatever, but learn the track, learn the surface because we don't drive here like really at all. And then obviously when the competition comes, strategize, get your order set up, figure out what order works best, and then you go out and you party.
How do you pick your order? Now you made me ask another question. How do you pick your order?
It's mainly based on like who's the most consistent and then also who kind of leads. Like it's kind of like you'll put your fastest, most aggressive driver in the back because he needs to make up the most ground at all times. The middle guy needs to be someone that can properly put on a line for the last guy. And then the lead guy is just doing a solo lap. So really the most important part is the second guy doing his job and the third guy making it happen.
Chad Chimahosky, and I drive for Shop Karoshi.
All right, so what we want to know is what is your strategy going into team tandem?
Well, not to suck. That's the biggest thing. And considering I'm usually the lead car, definitely not to suck. I'm still the slowest, even though I'm in a car that makes like 100 more horsepower than my last one. But we kind of try to get our order together in practice and try to play it smart. We actually also have intercoms, so we can talk to each other on grid, which not a lot of people. I mean, maybe I should have said that. It's kind of our trade secret,
Not secrets. That's fine.
But we talk to each other in between each run, and if we need to move around, so we don't have to come back in the pits and get out of the cars and talk. But yeah, I mean, we just try to get our order set in practice, and hopefully it sticks.
First of all right, what's your name and what team do you drive for?
Joshua DeLees, and I'm a Front Street Drift Club.
All right, first off, what is all this shit that you guys got going on over here?
Chaos, as of right now?
No, not your car. The stuff that makes you money. Yeah, the stuff that doesn't make you poor.
Oh, yeah, I wish. So we have our merch line. This is actually our Final Bout collab tee from last year. We have our Type 2 Type 2 shirt. This is our original signature shirt. We refer to it as the OG. And then we have our new release, which is the Type 3, and we offer it in a shirt and a hoodie.
Okay.
And we got sweatbands, stickers, beanies.
All this, where is it? Can we get it online? So for you people watching?
So our website is frontstreetdc.bigcartel.com.
We'll put that somewhere here, somewhere. Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, one question is, what's your team strategy for team tandem? Mine is loud as your teammate with his stupid ass diff.
Generally, our goal for a team, as far as team strategy goes, is just setting up the cars the same way. Don't set them up to kill each other. Just gear them the same, run the same tire pressure, same. Just keep everything the same. Don't make one car a little too more overkill than the other. It makes everything balanced. No one's running away from each other. And if you got to make adjustments, then you just switch the lineup.
All right, that's smart.
That's why Tom's up front.
Because he's the slowest?
No, he's just erratic, and we can get away from him if we need to.
All right, fair enough. All right, we just announced C's Garage coming. Are you excited for that? You got a C's Garage sticker.
I am so hyped. That is my Mount Rushmore of drifting, between Animal Style and C's Garage.
All right. Sick.
So, I mean, I knew about the Super D thing, but the Final Bout thing caught me off guard. So it's cool that we're gonna get to drive with him twice.
We tried very hard to keep all that. It took us a long time to try and keep that in the reps. All right, last question is, are you guys gonna win today?
I don't know. No expectations. We're just gonna go out, have fun. Whatever happens, and do our best.
All right, we'll see. All right, man. Good luck. Good luck out there. All right, catch you guys later.
My name is Damian Scott, or Damian Longenecker, as some know me as, and I am on Shop Karoshi.
All right. So what we want to know is, what is your strategy going into team tandem?
I guess I usually have to take the lead since they consider me the leader. So no matter what the other guy said, it doesn't matter. So what I'll do is assess how everybody's driving and kind of position each person in a good, safe manner. That's kind of what we look for, is the safety and consistency. So it just comes down to that. But yeah, that's our strategy, is that plus don't die. That's mainly it.
Please don't die.
Don't die. We have many more events that we want to hit. So
These guys battled out, they had a little crash, but they came back, they did some really aggressive driving, and they ended up getting it in, and 5th place goes to Team Sabotage. Yeah. Come on up! Come on up! Come on this side. Team ended up getting in 4th, so they're holding it down for their team because they've got a division in Japan. We got a division on the West Coast. David Green gets in 4th place. So now we always say when you have a lot of cars, it's a pain in the ass, but these guys were able to keep putting down a bunch of really good runs, consistent all day. Gotta give it to Miata boys, Night Style. Good job. Yeah. I don't remember how many I asked you to check. How many in there? Second place is going to go to the 420 boys, Haze. Good job, Haze. They put it back together. They kept reappearing cars. First place, obviously Haze, almost back to back. You guys almost did it, but I remember last year you told me that you guys only won because a bunch of people weren't there, but it ended up being the team that beat you was the team that wasn't there last year, so it ends up going to Front Street. Front Street ends up taking the win! Special stage East is done. So you can see, maybe you can't tell, but it's raining now. But the event was fantastic. Driving was great. It was supposed to rain all day. It didn't. It didn't rain literally until maybe the last hour, so we had to kind of call it a little bit short. Local lightning, you know, race car track things or racetrack things. But yeah, the event was great. The battles were insane. The beginning was a little bit on the shifty side because we had a couple crashes, had a couple little issues, but most people got out of it. Sabotage, for example, they crashed early in the competition, thrashed the cars, they're back there, and they came back out and fucking killed it. They did really well. They ended up making it, I believe, 5th place. Yeah, they got 5th place. So they're gonna get the invite to Final Bout 8. So those dudes are really stoked. Don't know how many of them are coming, but those guys are really stoked on coming out. So then 4th place team was Auto Real Dream. So what's really cool about them, they're from the East Coast. The team is birthed out of the East Coast, but half of them moved to California and they run this thing called Era Pictures. If you've ever seen a drift car in a rap video, it's because of Era Pictures. They're the ones that are taking care of that. So they've got a West Coast team that did Northwest special stage. They ended up in like 6th place. Then they also had a Japan team. So they had a couple guys out in Japan that are doing some stuff, did a whole release. It was really sick. We got to go see their clothing release for the 2025 line. They ended up coming, I think, in 6th place too out there. But they're East Coast boys. Those guys killed it. So they got the invite. So we're gonna see Auto Real Dream out at Final Bout 8. So can't wait to see Auto Real Dream at Final Bout 8. Then 3rd place was Night Style, all the Miatas. They had 7 Miatas, six Miatas, I think. All pretty chill cars, but even spacing. They just consistent run after run after run. Always sick to see so many cars like that in the Miatas, so really great to see that. And 2nd place was Haze. Haze won last year, which was sick, but this year they just got barely edged up by the first place team. But Haze did amazing, really amazing time with them. All their purple cars, all 400 horsepower, 420. So those guys were fantastic. And then coming in first, I think everybody maybe had known that it's Front Street. Those dudes laid down some insane runs. Stonebeck ended up breaking a diff, but even when he was out there, they were doing great. But yeah, then when it was just the three of them, it was impossible to beat them. Bad on top of the car show points, they ended up in first place. So they're coming back to Final Bout 8, third year. Last year, it was Proceed versus Front Street. The year before was Proceed versus Front Street. Let's see if we're gonna do this 3 times run, and let's see who ends up winning. Is it gonna be Proceed? It's gonna be Front Street. We both think it's gonna be C's Garage or Animal Style or somebody else, because those dudes are all killing it, and yeah, we're super excited for that. So go to the Final Bout website, check out our stuff, go to the teams, check out Front Street, buy some of their stuff, all the other teams that are coming, support them, because we can't wait to see what happens at Final Bout 8. But yeah, thank you for watching. Definitely enjoy, and catch you guys. We're gonna be at Special Stage Central next, and then Final Bout 8. And then the season's gonna be almost over, but yeah, we're halfway there. Thank you guys, talk to you later. Sorry for the interruption, but have you ever been at a drift event and it starts pouring like it is right now, and you're trying to figure out a way to keep a happy face as well as, you know, actually keep yourself dry? Get a Final Bout umbrella. Look at that. It's got a little smiley in it, keeps you protected. It says Final Bout. It's really great. So yeah, check these out on our website. But back to the video.